Interviews with Mike Francesa and Chris Russo from Mike and the Mad Dog. You're on the air on Metro Sports North. Here with Mike Francesa of Mike and the Mad Dog on WFAN. Mr. Francesa, how young were you?
Mike, Damon.
Well, thank you very much, Mike. How young were you when you realized you wanted to be on the radio?
It wasn't so much the radio as I was a ball player when I was young. I always thought I'd be a ball player. When I got old enough to realize I wasn't going to be a ball player, then I wanted to stay in sports somehow. And I kind of migrated towards communication and didn't know what part of the business I'd wind up in. I started as a writer and an editor and then went to TV and then to radio. So it was a little roundabout way to radio. It wasn't that I always grew up wanting to be Marv Albert. That wasn't the case.
A couple of years ago, you hosted Live from the Play-by-Play on television. Are you looking to get back into the television aspect of things?
Well, not only that, because I did CBS for 6 years on TV, too. I worked for CBS for 12 years. And I did every big event for CBS. I did the Final Four. I did the NBA Finals. I did the Super Bowl pregame show. I did the Cotton Bowl. I did all different kind of events for them. And I did play-by-play for 3 years. And I did TV for about 10 straight years. Last year was the first year I haven't been on TV. And I'll probably get back on TV. It's not something I'm burning to do, but I think I'll probably do some more TV stuff for them through.
What are the major differences between working on television and radio?
Enormous differences. Radio, you can be long form, you can discuss things, you can pace it. What you can take 10 minutes to discuss on the radio, you have to be able to say in 30 seconds on TV. In TV, you talk in headlines. You cannot talk long form in TV. It doesn't work that way. It's a visual medium. So what you have to say in 10 minutes on the radio, you say in 30 seconds on TV. That's the difference.
Well, Mike and the Mad Dog runs from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock. In those 5 hours, do you find it hard sometimes to fill up all the airtime?
No. I think we're fortunate, and I think that's some of the beauty of a two-man show and a successful two-man show. When you try to get a mix in there, the main part of the show is going to be Dog and myself, be it on a good day or a bad day, whether we're fighting, not fighting, which we do sometimes, so we've done a lot of that. Also about 30% calls and about 30% guests. So it's probably about 40% us to 50% us, and probably about split what's left between guests and calls. Our show's not all calls. I mean, a lot of shows are, but our show's a little different. It's much faster paced than other shows. It's in drive time. It has to be faster paced. And the show basically is Mike and the Mad Dog. The callers don't drive our show. We drive our show. There are other shows where the callers drive the show, and that's right, too. That's not wrong. But that's not the way Mike and the Mad Dog is really run.
What's your feelings on the Jets and Giants coaching changes in the upcoming 97 season?
Well, I'm very close to the Jet coach, as you guys probably know, so he's one of my best friends, and he's a great coach. I mean, he's a Hall of Fame coach. He will build a championship team, I believe. You might need a break or two to win a championship, but he will build a championship-level team before he's done with the Jets. I'm not sure about Fassel. I've known Jim Fassel for a long time. He's a good offensive coach. I don't know how good the talent is on the Giants. I don't think it's that good. I think both teams probably be struggling to get to 500 this year, but the Jets are in great hands for the future. I'm not sure which way we're going with Dave Brown, and I'm not sure which way we're going with Fassel, but the Jets are clearly in tremendous hands. He's a Hall of Fame coach.
Well, talk radio has taken a lot of abuse over the past couple of years. Some say it's gone beyond its boundaries. What do you have to say about that?
I think it's, in a lot of ways, become a very embarrassing medium. I'm talking about sports talk radio. I'm not talking about satire. I'm not talking about what Imus does or Howard Stern does. I'm talking about sports talk radio. And I think we need to be more responsible in our approach. And we have the most successful show in the country. That's part of being in New York. We've been fortunate. We've hit it very well, and we've done well. But I think you have to be responsible. I think you can't say things personally about people that you can't back up. So, frankly, a lot of the time I'm embarrassed by what I see in sports talk radio right now.
Well, to finish, is New York City the top market to work in if you're a sports radio analyst?
It's the top market to work in. I don't care what you do. If you play ball, if you talk about ball, if you are an advertising guy, if you are a financial guy, whatever you do, the biggest place you can do it is New York.
Well, we greatly appreciate Mike Francesa's time. Mike Francesa, host of Mike and the Mad Dog on WFAN from 1 o'clock to 6 p.m. every weekday, reporting from Metro.
3, 2, 1. We're Mike and the Mad Dog of WFAN.
And you're watching Metro Sports North.